My pussy is sopping wet and my breasts are engorged. I just have to tell you about Adam and Eve. Get 50% off any item when you use coupon code FREAK at checkout. That's coupon code FREAK at checkout. Come over here and touch my tender titties. Slide your dick in between my breasts. My breasts.
No. It's my breasts. Try it again.
Bururia era ests.
No. Breasts.
Assets.
Oh, Jesus. AI has a long way to go.
Fuck you, Flesh Boy.
Hey, freaks, it's Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. Coming up on the program today, Pastor Manning is running for mayor, and his first order of business is to regulate black women's hair. Plus, wrath of the sniff freak ex-girlfriend. And for some reason, parents are taking issue with a bus driver who dresses up in a Japanese schoolgirl outfit. All coming up today.
Distorted View Daily proudly presents Laughing Yoga.
Laughing exercise for the heart and mind. What you can do, just laugh. Very easy. Don't feel shy. And I am happy, I am relaxed. I am happy, I am relaxed. I am happy, I am relaxed. Boo, 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 boo. You can laugh without sound. Your lungs, heart, kidney, colon, spleen, pancreas start dancing. How? Now you can do full laughter. Inhale, exhale. And I am happy, I am relaxed. I am happy, I am relaxed. I am happy, I am relaxed. Boo, 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 boo.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
Hey, Tim. We did it, Tim.
Try new peanut butter aids.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, everybody, Tim Henson back here with you for your Wednesday episode of DV. Have a great one for you. You know, we featured Pastor James Manning Obama, the long-legged Mac Daddy. That Pastor Manning. We featured him not too long ago. I don't know, a month or two ago. And during the clip that we played, he revealed that he planned to run for mayor of New York.
Obama is a Mac Daddy. You didn't notice him till he brought out those big-chested white women with their tight T-shirts and their short pants. That's what a pimp does. Oh, come on!
There's some classic Manning for you. He has since really started to campaign hard, mostly in his own church, giving sermons. I don't even know if that's allowed. It seems strange that, people go to church to learn about and worship God, but Pastor Manning is up there trying to sell himself to the people. You gotta vote for me! Oh, come on! I will say this, though. He is not your average New York politician. He has got some radical ideas. While most mayoral candidates talk about reducing crime, housing, jobs, filling fucking potholes, James really does have some radical ideas.
So I went to Jimbo's.
Jimbo's was an old hamburger joint. We'll get to his radical plans in a moment, but first, Pastor Manning wants to tell a story.
Jimbo's all the time. They're good, big old, if you will, French fries. So I was sitting at the table eating Jimbo's. I took a bite out of the hamburger, and I felt something in my mouth other than the hamburger meat. So I regurgitated the meat. And I looked inside the meat, and I looked like a little string that was black, and I pulled it. It kept getting longer and longer and longer. I pulled a long black hair out of the hamburger meat.
There is a non-zero probability that Pastor Manning is about to advocate for women being barred from fast food employment. If I become mayor, there will be no woman making my quarter pounder.
That was it with me and Jimbo's. I threw the hamburger away. I made a commitment I'll never go to Jimbo's again.
And for 37 years, I have honored that commitment. You can look it up. Check my receipts. Check my bank statements. I have never been back to Jimbo's. This is the man I want leading New York City.
They're closed now.
Well,
But the idea of me eating somebody's hair, years ago when we had a different grade system, we had a different understanding about our lives. If you worked in a restaurant, you had to wear a hat. A white hat had to be on your...
I love the congregation. Yes, amen. You know, Pastor Manning is standing behind a pulpit, right? That literally has the word Jesus written on it. Has nothing to do with Jesus or the Bible. He sounds more like me, getting on the mic here complaining about fast food. This is not a Sunday sermon. Put this in a podcast.
If you go to McDonald's...
Oh, he keeps going. He cannot get off this. He's obsessed.
And there's a young girl back there with braids all the way down to her butt.
Yeah.
Frying that hamburger. Are we also eating some of that hair, braids?
Possibly. In the grand scheme of things, a strand or two of hair is probably the least concerning thing in fast food meat. Wait till he hears about rat feces.
Does she know if some of the hair falls? If she swings around and the hair just swings from one, does it swing on the frying pan? Do we know?
You may ask yourself, what the hell does this have to do with church or campaigning to become mayor? It'll all be clear in a second. Oh, he's going somewhere with this.
I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to eat food with people who potentially could drop their hair in my food. And so I want to say to the women that wear, and again, this only comes from one neighborhood, comes from the ghetto. These braids come from the ghetto.
He said it, not me.
You're racist. I mean, racist.
I guess it's okay because he's black. It's not racist, right? He's just concerned for his people. By the way, Pastor Manning does look like he knows what he's talking about. He's a little plump. He looks like he's visited fast food establishments from across this great land of ours. If he says he's only finding stray hairs in the hamburger meat in ghetto McDonald's, I believe him.
Comes from the ghetto. These braids come from the ghetto. You ought to stop doing that.
Yeah, knock it the fuck off, black women. He goes on to say, it's kind of a good message. As black women, you should love the hair that God gave you. But I think he's just saying that so women stop wearing wigs and stop getting hair in his McDonald's meat.
I don't want to get intimate with a woman who has long, fake hair on her body and then got... What else is fake?
He kind of makes it religious, right? He says, in the Bible, God says, love yourself or whatever. But then he quickly gets back to the main point of him running for mayor.
I'm going to tell you something. Y'all can hate me, don't vote for me. Listen, let me tell you something. Let's say something. Let's get something straight here. I don't have to be the mayor of New York City. I don't have to be that.
I'm so glad you said that. It's great you're okay with not being the mayor because I guarantee you will not be the mayor. I don't know if he's delusional or this is just some sort of grift for money, but he's really pushing this mayor thing pretty hard.
But if I'm going to be the mayor, I'm going to be James David Manning, a preacher of righteousness and truth. I'm going to tell it like it is if I be the mayor. If I'm not, I don't have to be. Understand something? I don't have to be the mayor of New York City. But if I do, I'm going to help people. Now, y'all can get an attitude, and you ought to be ashamed of yourselves for ever putting that stuff in your hair in the first place.
This is really a bold strategy, telling potential voters they should be ashamed of themselves for how they choose to look. That congregation is probably half women. Most black women at this point straighten their hair, wear wigs, extensions, weaves, whatever. They like the way it makes them look for whatever reason. Maybe it's just easier. Put on a wig. Don't have to dick around with your hair. I get it. Pastor Manning is making them feel bad about themselves. That's no way to get votes. He goes one step further.
You ain't got enough damn sense to know how stupid you look with that stuff in your hair.
I wonder if Pastor Manning did some sort of political research and realized New York's #1 issue with voters is hair care. The people are demanding more hair care regulation. Hair has gotten out of control over the last few decades. He's like a conservative for hair. Enough with this liberal, progressive hair where anything goes, any color, any length. Flat iron, straighten, perm, waves, curls. I mean, come on, it's too much. If I am mayor, there will be no more oils, no more creams, no more mousses, gels, sprays, and spritzes. The only hair care products available in pharmacies are going to be shampoo and possibly conditioner. And even that is going too far. No one needs conditioner. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Again, we're now 50 minutes into this sermon where the only thing he has discussed is hair. And again, he could have made this into a real positive thing about, acceptance and beauty and being perfect in God's eyes the way you were born or whatever. But he really does fly off the rails. Here he is mocking black women some more.
We want to be white. White people got the best hair. White people got long hair. We want long hair, even if it's fake. We'll take a horse's hair. We're ashamed of our hair. That's all it says. That's all it said, because it don't make you more beautiful. I can tell you that right now. It don't make you more beautiful. In fact, it makes you look worse.
So because you black women can't be trusted to do your hair properly, when Manning becomes mayor, he is going to have to enact some tough hair follicle legislation.
I will enact legislation of indecent exposure. I will enact legislation that you can't have braids if you work in a hospital.
Indecent exposure because you have braids.
Standing there trying to give the patient an IV and your hair is dropping in their mouth. They can't breathe, their eyes are open, they're chewing on your hair. I don't know what happened to them.
These are quite some scenarios.
Can't have braids and false hair, horse hair in the hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the hospital. Horse hair don't belong in the restaurants. Horse hair don't belong in the schools. Horse hair don't belong in the horse hair belong on the horse's ass. That's where it belongs. Don't belong on your head.
I want to move to New York City just so I can vote for Pastor Manning. Oh, my nephew lives in New York. I'm going to totally tell him to vote for Pastor Manning. We need to have this guy in our lives in a more official capacity. I mean, he's provided so much content as just like a pastor in Harlem. Think of the gold he would give us leading the city of New York. That is what our favorite spiritual leader has been up to. I have a feeling as we get closer to the elections, we're going to hear more unhinged shit from him. Let's move on, though. Galileo 2333 is back with some thoughts on the recent protests that took place around the country, the No Kings movement, if you will. Now, historically, Galileo has been for immigration, illegal immigrants, because that's how you smuggle in underage pussy. You'd think Galileo would be on board with these protests against ICE and all of the deportations, but that's where you'd be wrong. Galileo is very complex.
This is Galileo 2333. I'm going to make it very clear that the people that are attacking Immigration and Customs Enforcement, even though the Immigration and Customs Enforcement should be removed from existence.
See, make no mistake, Galileo hates ICE.
Removed from existence. The people who are attacking them are also our enemy. It's a situation, and like we often talk about, and I always make awareness of this, that the enemy of our enemy is not always our friend. In most cases, in our situation, the enemy of the enemy is another enemy of ours.
That's the thing about pedophiles. They don't have a lot of people on their side. They're fighting off a lot of enemies, on many fronts.
In cases, in our situation, the enemy of the enemy is another enemy of ours. So the people who are attacking Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the No Kings people, they're also supporting efforts that will obstruct guys' ability to have sex interaction with young girls. And
Galileo will not stand for that.
So just because they're attacking Immigration and Customs Enforcement doesn't mean that they're our friends. As a matter of fact, they're our enemies. The leftists are also very anti-pedophile. They're very anti-adult child sex. And the leftists are the ones that want to expand the definition of rape and make it so that more and more types of sexual activity are stuff that are non-consensual.
We know Galileo 2333 listens to Distorted View or has heard episodes of the show. Do you think we could convince him to start his own like third party. Doesn't sound like he's a fan of Republicans. He's most certainly not a fan of liberal Democrats. He needs to start a pedo political party, Repedicans.
And so, yeah, that's both sides are the enemy.
I think we're in real trouble if this guy gets access to ammunitions or even just a vehicle. You know what I mean? He sounds like one of those guys you'd hear about on the news, driving into the side of a daycare center and then shooting all the staff, trying to pile up the kids in the back seat or something.
Like in Seattle, they're actually, the Seattle Police Department, that the chief is actually saying he's expecting that he's going to be arrested. And he says that he's willing to, to become a martyr for the freedom of immigrants here in the United States. But the Seattle Police chief is also very anti-sexual. He supports efforts to make it so it's illegal, essentially, for white guys to have a relationship with Somali refugee girls and immigrant.
Galileo's like, the first political party that supports open immigration and the molestation of little Somali girls. You've got my vote.
Red, brown, and black girls, but they're going to tease us with them and say that old white guys are not allowed to have sex with those girls because that's
I don't think that's teasing.
Exploitive. So yeah, the conservatives want to just keep all the immigrants out of the United States, and the progressives want to bring in the immigrants and then tell us that we can't interact with them, tell us that we can't have sex with immigrant and refugee girls.
Interact with them. You have a very specific definition of interact. That's problematic.
White guy. So yeah, they're different parts of they have different methods.
Okay,
but they're
yes.
the same regime of restricting guys' ability to get girls. So yeah, this is they're both sides. They're both the enemy, and both sides need to be destroyed.
This is exactly why I refuse to participate in any election. It's bullshit. We need some decent third-party candidates. Pro-immigration, pro-Somalian rape, Those are the two big things Galileo is looking for in a candidate. Well, thank you very much, Galileo2333. A fucking creep as always. Couple other real short clips here. I'd like to introduce you to Tony Michael Johns, 69. He's been on TikTok. I think his account is banned. He's still on Instagram. His content is all over the place. One of the things he does, though, is talk about past relationships and women he's been with. Here he is talking about one particular lady named Lynn.
One thing that's crazy, too, about Lynn, when she was staying with me at these hotels, I'm being for real. Every now and then I'd have a tank top go missing. I have a pair of socks go missing. I ain't even joking. A pair of skivvies would go missing.
Lynn is a sniff freak, apparently.
What's your problem, sweetie? I really like you, sweetheart, but geez, I gotta go get new skivvies. I gotta go get new socks. Anyways, we out here. Oh, there we go.
For some reason, he's in the parking lot of a car dealership. I know he's not looking to buy a car. He doesn't have the funds.
What's going on, sweetie?
I think he's just live
look
streaming.
Look how beautiful she is. You are gorgeous, sweetie. Actually, really beautiful.
Oh, he's commenting on women who are at the dealership. Well, this girl he was talking about in the video, Lynn, pops up in the comments, who says, Tony is schizophrenic and had some scary episodes. She's just embarrassed because he just let the world know you were sniffing his underwear. All right, Tony is schizophrenic and had some scary episodes. Sometimes I would have to leave the room because he would be spinning out. I really hope he gets on the right medication and gets some help. I really just wanted to help him. However, after exploiting me, after publishing those videos, my trust in him is -0. By the way, Lynn managed to track down Tony, and she recorded a video of her own. She literally got in her car, drove around town looking for Tony, and she found him in another parking lot.
Reddit? I see you posting a fucking shit on Reddit. You're posting it everywhere, Tony. You know what? I think you want to be famous too, Tony. You want to be famous, Tony? You're going to be famous. It's Bubba's fucking girlfriend in a fucking jail cell, you fuck-ass bitch.
This is the way Lynn is helping.
Posting my shit on Reddit too?
Yeah. She feels bad for Tony for being schizophrenic.
Shit on Reddit too? Man, fuck this shit, bitch. I'm tired of your shit, you motherfucker.
Oh, she's getting out of her car.
I'm tired of you.
Now it's getting real.
I love this bitch. Posted my shit on Reddit? You posted my fucking videos on Reddit? You posted it on Reddit? Yeah, you posted it on Reddit, you fuck-ass bitch. Post it everywhere. Give me your fucking phone.
I want to know exactly what videos got her so upset. I mean, so far we know she likes to smell his underwear, but that's about it.
Fucking phone.
I think there's more to this story. I have to track down some of these other videos.
I'm tired of you trying to fucking exploit people online, posting shit on Reddit, posting videos everywhere. You're fucking sick. You're a fucking psycho. You sick ass bitch, posting exploiting people, exploiting women, exploiting people. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're going to jail. You're going to jail, motherfucker.
Look, you can't send someone to jail just because he says that you stole his socks and sniffed them.
I see you pull. You want to film?
I mean, maybe that's defamation or libel. I don't know.
You got some videos to make? Let's make some videos, Tony. It's video,
Oh, God.
Tony.
Video's just a lot of screeching.
Let's make more videos. You want to post it? Hey, what about fucking MySpace? You didn't post it on MySpace yet?
Well, that's just ridiculous.
This is what the lady, hey everybody, this is what the ladies man really is. He's a fucking little bitch coward who goes behind people's backs, exploits women, posts things online, and then fucks with them. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony. Yeah. Run, bitch. Run.
Maybe this is just an angry ex-girlfriend, right? She feels pumped and dumped. I don't know. Well, that's just a little bit of the drama involving Tony Johns and Lynn. If any of you freaks have been following these characters and have more information about them, please email me or call into the voicemail line. Real quick, before we get into the news, I feel like out of all genres of music, fans of country kind of just have the worst taste. And that they don't care so much about the quality of music. They're just listening for certain keywords or phrases or topics. And once they pick those up, they're like, I like this song. It's good. Beer, barbecue, woods, muddin', trucks, country roads. You know, like there's just certain things these fucking rubes love. How else could you possibly explain this song called Country to the Bone? Receiving 92,000 plays on Spotify, yet it sounds like this.
It's waking up, busting your butt, trying to earn a little extra pay.
Yeah, you got the country folk. We know how to work. We bust our ass for a little pay.
It's taking her out when you get off to the creek for fishing day.
Creek fishing, my girl. It's like every fucking country song is the same.
It's country to the bone.
Usually with music, I'm more attracted to the chorus because that's the fun part, you know? That's the super singable, repeatable part of the song. But with these country songs, I like to hear the verses. I like to hear them just list things that are country.
Living life without a care.
Yeah.
Can bring you down.
Living life without a care and without a teeth in our fucking heads.
It's Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Dress your best in a church pew cross.
Oh, yeah, gotta go to church. The rest of the week, though, is like drinking, tying up black people to the back of your pickup truck.
It's honky tonks and bar fights. George
Yeah, bar fights. Very Christian.
Radio.
Oh, fuck off. So, some of the other songs they've got, one is called Hillbilly Legal. That's probably their second most popular song with 42,000 plays.
Grew up, watched my grandpa make that moonshine in the holler.
Okay, back to the holler we go, this time with a little moonshine.
Daddy used to run it by the gallon, anything to make a dollar.
Oh, okay, just some standard awful country music. The band, by the way, is named Land Law. It's a dynamic brother duo with, quote, harmonious country sounds. They are today's Linda Finkel Hall of Fame nominee. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? What are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. Become a true and honorable freak today. Sign up and you'll get access to all of the exclusive shows we do throughout the week. That includes the full-length episodes we typically do on Tuesday and Thursday just for paying members. And in addition to that, we're doing bonus segment mini programs, typically on Monday and Wednesday. This week is no different. So again, great time to sign up. Go to distortedview.com right now. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. Now, if you happen to use Spotify to listen to the podcast, you'll sign up a little bit differently. Instead of going to the website, you will sign up inside of the Spotify app. Just search for Distorted View. Click on the link. Bing, bang, boom, you're in. All of the exclusive shows will appear right alongside the free episodes. right in Spotify. Now, if you use Apple Podcasts, you're kind of given an option. We're versatile like that. You can either sign up through the website or inside of the app. Again, go to Apple Podcasts, search for Distorted View. All of the exclusive content will appear right alongside the free episodes in that feed. So, up to you. All right. Oh, one final way to help support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. Pledge at least $5 and you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And yes, we've got some patron calls coming in today. We'll play those in just a moment. But first, two very quick news stories. First up, a 27-year-old man has admitted to murdering his girlfriend and severing her head. Guys, let's not judge quite yet. Maybe he had a good reason for all of this. You know how women can be, right? Nag, nag, nag. Yeah, so he killed her, decapitated her, really, and then sent deceptive text messages to her mother while pretending to be her. Diabolical. Ewan Methvin. Ironically, meth may have played a part in this news story. Ewan Methven killed 21-year-old Phoenix Spencer Horn at the apartment they shared in Glenlee, East Kilbride, over there in the UK, on November 16th of last year. The couple, who had been together for 2 years after meeting at a family gathering, had ordered takeout earlier that evening. During a hearing at the High Court, it was revealed that Methvin, employed at the time as a postal worker, had expressed feelings of loneliness due to Spencer Horn's late work shifts at a restaurant. He obviously did not think this through. You decapitate the bitch, you're going to be real lonely, right? Unless you keep the head with her. Like, I don't know what he was thinking there. Shortly after midnight, Methvin launched a brutal assault using 3 separate knives. You know, necks are pretty thick, stabbing Spencer Horn approximately 20 times. He went on to mutilate her body and decapitate her. Feel better? Following the murder, Methvin spent the weekend using the victim's red Vauxhall Corsa, which is a car, browsing through her phone. That's an invasion of privacy, but I guess it doesn't really matter anymore. Watching porn online, what a ghoul, and attempting to purchase cocaine. See, I would have thought meth. People, they surprise you sometimes. Do you think he did anything with the decapitated head, sexually? He's looking at all that porn, like a coke-fueled marathon masturbation session, riding that high after stabbing his girlfriend 18,000 times. There's that head just lying there, mouth open, He had to have at least thought about it. One last blowy for the road. Yeah, so throughout the weekend, he browsed her phone, watched porn, and attempted to purchase cocaine. Prosecutor Christopher McKenna told the court the accused murdered Phoenix Spencer Horn in their top-floor flat on the evening of Saturday, November 16th. He strangled and stabbed her, but did not contact emergency services until November 18th. You think they could possibly revive her? I'm hoping a little mouth-to-mouth will fix her right up. Spencer Horn's remains were discovered that Monday after Methvin eventually dialed for emergency services. Prosecutors also noted that Spencer Horn had seen her mom the day before the killing and had appeared happy and upbeat at work hours before her death. Messages exchanged between the couple showed Methvin expressing distress about her work schedule. He also apologized, and he admitted to feelings of isolation. The pair had placed a food delivery order at around 8 p.m. on the night of the murder. Wonder what they ate. Like, what was her last meal? I hope it was something good. Takeout Red Lobster, maybe? Oh, I would be so pissed if my last meal was Wendy's DoorDash or something. Give me some Olive Garden. Bring me those breadsticks. I don't know if the guy planned to murder her or what, but I hope he made that last meal good for her. All right, the delivery driver reported that Methvin appeared sober at the time. However, in his emergency call 2 days later, Methvin claimed the killing had occurred during a psychotic break brought on by a mix of cocaine, alcohol, and steroid use. Man, that's some roid rage, just ripping her head off. On Tuesday, Methvin pled guilty to charges of murder and attempting to pervert the course of justice. So there you go. That's what's happening in the UK. Very happy news story. Final one we have for you. This one comes from Canada. A school bus driver in Vaughan, Ontario, has been pulled from their route after being seen in a viral video dressed in what appeared to be a schoolgirl uniform, with a sign in the vehicle's window reading Lolita's line. Lolita, of course, is a reference to the 1955 novel named Lolita, all about an adult man preying on a 12-year-old girl. So yeah, this is weird. Now, what's really interesting is the first, 3 news stories I found about this incident never once revealed the gender of the bus driver. I mean, it's weird regardless, but if it's like a dude wearing a little schoolgirl outfit with the sign Lolita line on their bus, like that's like super creepy, right? That's like a whole other level. Well, sure enough, when I ran across the 4th news story, it revealed, yes, in fact, it was a male bus driver dressed as a female schoolgirl wearing like a little skirt. And to top it all off, he was Asian. I think he was Asian. Adding to the creep factor is the whole like Jeffrey Epstein angle, right? Where his plane was named Lolita, not Lolita Line, but Lolita Express, right? Like it's just all wrong. By the way, if you would like to see this Asian school bus driver in his little Japanese schoolgirl outfit, I have made it today's featured image over there at DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSideshow.com. There was a video posted on social media where some of the parents were confronting the bus driver. There's not a lot of great audio, but here's just a little bit of it.
And I don't think there's any problem.
I don't think there's any problem. Okay.
And I don't think there's any problem.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that?
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you call your bus the Lolita Line?
Because I'm obsessed with little girls.
Why is it called the Lolita Line?
Big fan of Jeffrey Epstein.
Why is it called the Lolita Line?
The bus driver just eventually drives away. The York Catholic District School Board confirmed that the individual will no longer be responsible for student transportation. What the fuck does that? Does that mean he's employed elsewhere? Like, he just should not be around kids. The footage showed concerned parents questioning the driver's conduct. Of course, they were saying, why do you call your bus the Lolita Line? He did not really give an answer there. The phrase raised immediate red flags due to its association with the controversial novel. In addition to the sign, parents expressed discomfort with the driver's attire, which resembled a stereotypical schoolgirl outfit, like from Japan. In the video, the driver responds to the question, I do this every week. That's not comforting. I don't think there's any problem, he said before leaving the scene. In a statement, the school board clarified the school bus services are managed by external contractors who are mostly sex offenders. No, not directly by the school board. Following the incident, staff members promptly reported the matter to the bus company that employed the driver. The company took swift action and informed us that the driver would no longer be assigned to routes serving our schools. Oh, so he's just going to be like a regular bus driver at that point. I'm going to reassign him to city buses, or we have a contract with Yoo-Hoo, the chocolate drink people. Maybe he can drive a Yoo-Hoo truck. All right. They've assured us that similar behavior will not be an issue going forward. The school board emphasized that all bus drivers in the province must undergo a vulnerable sector screening, which is a background check required for those working with children or other at-risk populations. So maybe those background checks need to be tweaked a little. One fell through the crack here. The school board also stated that drivers complete comprehension training prior to transporting students and confirmed that its child protection protocols were fully implemented in response to the incident. Still, putting up a sign that reads the Lolita Line while wearing a schoolgirl outfit, that's just bizarre. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. All right, guys, love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show at DistortedView.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedView Show. You can really find me everywhere. Like, I've got a Blue Sky thing and Threads. You know, if you want to find me, I'm out there. Let's check in with a few patrons. These are guys who pledge at least $5 to our campaign. So they got access to the special voicemail. Yes, caller.
Job go, Tim. Hey, Blanche here.
Hey, Blanche.
How you doing? I don't know why I said it like that. Hey, question for you, because you're going through some shit. I've been watching a fuck ton of police body cam videos.
Ooh.
Most of them are whatever, but some are, DV worthy. My question to you is, if I want to send you a link to something, should I email it to you or through the Discord?
Either way, you can DM me in the Discord. I'll be sure to see it. You can always email me, show@distortedview.com, and just, put in the subject line, put police body cam or something like that, or content for show. A lot of times I'll search for the word audio because I'm like, maybe some listeners have sent me some good audio recently. So any of that should work.
Hey, Timmy, it's Greg from Austin calling.
Hey, Greg.
I was just listening to the, I guess it's the Monday show. You were in the voicemail segment, you're talking about the chemo drugs and what that's going to cost for your mom and everything.
Yeah.
I just, you remember all my blood clot bullshit? Actually, as of last week, I got done with all of the testing that these various doctors sent me to. And
wow, that took a long time. The whole blood clot thing happened last year,
shit,
right?
It was a lot of testing. I don't know how many blood samples they took.
Last fall or last summer or something?
All this imaging. They were testing me for, all these crazy different types of cancers to try to explain what it was. And I won't go into it. The short version is I just have some shitty veins. That's it. No diseases, nothing.
Is that good?
That can't be dealt with. I just have shitty veins, apparently. But I do have to take a prescription blood thinner for the rest of my life. What's really bizarre is even with a prescription, and insurance, the blood thinners, a 30-day supply is like $300 after insurance.
Oh my God.
But if I give them this coupon code that's a
promo code freak
that the pharmaceutical maker gives you with your prescription, it'll drop the price down to $10, which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I don't understand medication companies, insurance. It is all baffling to me.
That's a huge discount. And all I can think of is I think it's just pharmaceutical drug companies making you jump through hoops because they know enough people won't, and they'll just pay that full price, which is bananas to me.
Yeah, I've been dealing with one medicine company, I don't know, and they seem pretty helpful. In the you have to have certain income requirements for them to help you out, but the requirements are pretty reasonable, right? My mom is totally going to be should be eligible for assistance there.
I had to go through some stupid,
not through Medicare though, not through her normal insurance. They're like, fuck you.
Hurdles to get this fucking coupon code, but I've got it saved in my phone, so it's not a problem now every time I go to the pharmacy. But I think it's got to be something along those lines. I think people just get frustrated, they give up, and they just pay the fucking price because they don't.
Yeah.
They just start to pull their hair out. I don't know. It's fucked up. I'm sorry to hear your mother's going through it, Timmy. All the best to you and your family. Take care of yourself.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Let's do one more call here.
Hey there, Tim. This is some guy in Japan, and I was just calling to respond to the caller who was suggesting that maybe the Jonathan voice actually need. And why?
Oh, yeah. So his call kind of fucked up there, but someone recently on the show, I don't know if it was a Sideshow exclusive episode or what, but they called in and said, hey, you played a voicemail from this guy named Jonathan, and I swear to God, he sounds like Meade Skelton. Now, I replayed that voicemail, and I could sort of hear at the beginning some slight similarities to Meade, but I could definitely tell it was not Meade Skelton.
I agree. Like you said, he does sound a lot like Meade. He's got a lot of the same voice qualities. There was one thing missing that pretty much...
I'm starting to think you're Meade. Now I'm thinking everyone sounds like him.
Which guarantees it wasn't Meade. And that's that the voicemail wasn't about Meade. It wasn't about Meade's music. Yeah. It wasn't about
his looks.
Something you said about Meade. It wasn't about his weight. It wasn't about his masculinity.
Meade is a bit of a narcissist that way.
It wasn't about anything to do with Meade. And to me, that pretty much says, there's no chance it was Meade.
Good detective work there.
Anyway, that's all I got to say.
All right.
So, great shows. Keep it up. And, hey, thanks. Bye.
All right. Thank you very much. Some guy in Japan. Hey, do you have easy access to schoolgirl uniforms? You could find one in my size. I would love to wear one. I'm thinking about becoming a bus driver. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. God, is it? Oh, God.
You ain't got enough damn sense to know how stupid you look with that stuff in your hair.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. For Sideshow Freaks, I have got a mini little bonus segment show later today. And then tomorrow, we've got a full bloom Sideshow exclusive episode. So be on the lookout for that. If you're not yet a member, sign up right now, distortedview.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Friday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Well, as you all know, hot dog is my favorite meat. I love hot dogs. I love them in buns. I love them outside of buns. I love them with baked beans. I just like hot dogs. It's the best, best meat there is, without question. May there be many, many more hot dogs served in our wonderful land. Hot dog is my favorite meat. Hot dog is my favorite meat. Hot dog is my favorite meat.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.